Here lies Philip Felix. He was a cultural icon, a carpenter, a mason, a loving dad, but most importantly, he was my grandfather. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, visitors and guests. My grandfather was my first role model. We called him Bo because he called us Bo. He called you Bo particularly when he wanted something from you. He'd say, Bo, Vanilla, come here. And one of the things he always had me do was come, he would shave his beard, but there was always that white beard that stuck out. So he gave me that tweeze and told me, Tiwi, pull it out, Bo, pull it out. My grandfather taught me various skills in life, either intentionally or intentionally. One of the skills he taught me was communication skills. Because guess what? He didn't speak any English. How many of you have a grandparent that doesn't speak English? And the time they really try to speak English is when they get angry. So I hear him going, and everybody's trying to find it. He says, Sacre Tole! Similar to in Spanish, saying, Adios míos. That's the way he's trying to speak English. So I had to learn our Creole because I always wanted to communicate with my grandfather. I love my grandfather. Something else he taught me was persistent. You know, as kids, we like to quantify things into I like or I dislike. I like that person or I don't like that person. My grandfather easily moved up my favorite person list. Guess what? Whenever I wanted something, went to my mom, no. Went to my aunt, no. Went to my grandfather, yes you can. Have it. Sweets, extra playing time, it was always granted. My grandfather also taught me to try new things, take risks. I remember this one afternoon, he sat with his friends and they were barbecuing something. Smelled funny. Maybe not pretty kid. I said, I want to try it. Give me some. I said, okay, yes, you can have it. Tasted it. And like every exotic meat, alligator, monkey brains, grasshoppers, it tastes like what? Chicken. So I tried this exotic chicken. My grandfather also taught me to face my fears. So he mentioned he had many talents. He was a farmer, and he built this rudimentary coop in the backyard of chickens. And every now and again, one of the chickens would escape, and they would run under the house. And the houses back home are built on some stilts, and the space below is like this. So he would always have one of the kids go and get it, and I'd always hide, because I was scared of the dark, scared of close corners. Now I'm older, I realized that I was claustrophobic. So I'd never volunteer for that task. My cousins would go down there, and then they would shush the fowls out, and he would get them. So it just happened that one day, guess what? I was the only one available. I looked at my grandfather, he looked at me, I looked at him, he looked at me. And he said, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Shake. But I breathed in, looked down there. There was no flashlight available. So I went in. I was there for what seemed to be an hour. He said, Bo, what's going on? I said, hold on. So the chicken, and I feel like the chicken had a plan for me. So I went to the furthest corner of that cell. So poor me, I was a chubby kid, so I just kind of fight my way in there, shush the chicken out. And once I got it, wow. I got out slowly, I braved, and I looked at my grandfather, and he had that smile of admiration. So I conquered my fears. Something else I remember my grandfather. He may sound like a yes man, but he always said no at that moment. And when he said no, you know he meant no. I had some cousins that decided they wanted to play next to a balcony. And next to the balcony had a big drum. And he would say, don't play there. They'd say, oh, leave us old man, kitenu. He left them. Then about half an hour, he just screamed, ah! One of my cousins fell in.
Oh, wow.
He came, he looked at her, he said, Imo, he can play away, Ipamo. She's crying, she's not dead. But he did come and get me and I have her. So recently, I was listening to all these motivational speakers. I love motivational speakers. I love Les Brown talking about at the end of your life, you want to live full and die empty. I love Brendan Burchard, he says, at the end of your life, you want to say, did I live? Doesn't matter. How many of you have heroes in your life? And in reflection, I realized that my grandfather was my greatest hero. Taught me communication skills, persistence, to try new things, chicken, to face my fears, and to say no at the right time. So, when it's all said and done, and my life is over, I want my tombstone to say, here lies Patrick. He conquered his fears, he was a Toastmaster, he was Prime Minister, but most importantly, here lies Bo's grandson.